The date is December 29th, 2025. Adding up to a single digit of 5, and this I will reduce to a 9. So today I'm working with a pentagon, a vesica Pisces, a enneagram, a circle, a vesica Pisces, finishing off with a enneagram. First, I give myself this circle as a guideline. Let's find the geometry that captures the energy of this state. Roughly like so. Today I want to talk about the motivation, why I came to do this and what it means. I was looking for a creative discipline that would help me to every day sit down and capture a moment, creating a piece of beauty that describes what's going on in me and in the world. And then, as I was playing around with single-digit representations of dates, in this case it would have been just the 5, and then I was actually working with this shape for a 5. And step by step I found out that I can create a sort of mandala or a numeral glyph that just captures in more detail what's inside the date. That must have been in June, and ever since I kept going, waking up in the morning excited, imagining the shape of the glyph, and every one of them is a first, so I have never worked with this date. Down to the enneagram. Here's what's changed in my life. It is magical what happens if you step from consuming to producing, however small this might be. And I've heard this number that maybe it's true, maybe not, but 95% of traffic in the internet is consumption. Isn't this crazy? So, a circle. Down to the vesica. Let's see if I get it. Symmetrically. This usually tells me how well I got up how balanced I am. Down to the last shape, in this case an Enneagram. Time to slowly say goodbye. It's just 3 more days and then we'll change over to a circle instead of a Enneagram, because 2026 adds up to a 1. Okay, now let's work the glyph with my highlights. So this day is ruled by the power of 5, which is, for one, it's representing adventure and freedom, loving, and it is also strongly connected to us humans with our 5 digits, 5 senses, 5 limbs. Is it 5 limbs? I'm thinking about the Vitruvian Man. Okay. The 5 is housing the 2. Here we have polarity and decision, or we could say connection as the upside. This element is reinforced by it appearing 2 times, so I'm going to give this some extra care. And then as well we have the element of 9 appearing twice, standing for completion. Maybe it's time to reflect on this as we are closing off this year. I feel guided to use earthy colors as well as yellows. I'm repeating this vesica. Yes. Over the 9. On the inside, I'll go for a higher contrast in the mandala, which is the intersection of these two circles, the almond shape. I'll be needing some dark brown. Go for a nice warm yellow in the middle. Until I reach a point where there is balance and harmony, I keep going. Once I've done this, I know my contribution for the day is done, and I can then just have this glyph ready and seeing it throughout the day, which just reminds me that there is beauty however things might look like, and I can always refer to this balance. I just take my time here to make sure I gave it the care it deserves. As I'm doing this, I change hemispheres in the brain, which is one of the reasons I keep coming back. Now just some white. And now I'm happy. This is my rendition of this date's glyph, December 29th, 2025, rendered as a numeral glyph. Judging by this geometry, this has to be a good one.